Summary of The Lady in the Looking Glass by Virginia Woolf. An unnamed narrator goes to Isabella Tyson's house and looks through a looking glass at Isabella and her surroundings. The story is told by a person who spends the whole time sitting in Isabella's drawing room. The gender, age, and connection to Isabella are not known. At the beginning of the story, Isabella's house is empty, and the narrator looks around at her furniture and decorations, noting how nice they are. The storyteller then turns their attention to the hall outside and the garden path, pointing out that Isabella has gone into the garden carrying a box. Since Isabella is no longer in view of the looking glass, the narrator imagines what she might be doing in the garden. She thinks Isabella might be picking something fantastic, leafy, and trailing. The narrator lists what they think they know about Isabella, such as that she has never been married, has traveled a lot, and has many friends. While the narrator is thinking about Isabella's life and what she might be doing in the yard, the postman comes and puts a stack of letters on the table. The storyteller imagines that Isabella reads them and sighs as she does. The storyteller then sees Isabella again in the yard, about to pick a flower and thinking that she should go see her friends. The narrator compares Isabella's mind to her drawing room, where many of the drawers are locked and can't be opened. This doesn't stop them from thinking that Isabella is sad about cutting the flower, though. Isabella walks slowly back from the yard and appears in the looking glass, stopping the narrator's thoughts. The narrator sees her in a different way as she gets closer and her image gets clearer. Here was the woman herself, the narrator says. He or she then decides that Isabella is perfectly empty and doesn't have any feelings or friends. Based on this new idea, the narrator comes to the conclusion that Isabella's mail is not letters, but bills. This is a terrible conclusion, since Isabella doesn't open her bills, which suggests she may not even have enough money to pay for all her nice things. At the end of the day, it's hard to tell which view of Isabella is closer to the truth, the respectful awe of a rich, social woman or the disdainful scorn of an old, lonely, and possibly broke spinster. The story ends the same way it started, with the storyteller saying, "People shouldn't leave looking glasses hanging in their rooms." This could be a sign that mirrors don't always show the truth or help us understand it.
About the author. Virginia Woolf was born into a wealthy family in South Kensington, London. She was educated at home, where she learned about the classics and Victorian literature. She then went to King's College in London to study history and classics. There, she was inspired by the women's rights movement, and in 1904, she started getting her writing published. In 1912, she married writer and political thinker Leonard Woolf. Together, they started Hogarth Press, where much of her work was published. Her first book came out in 1915. Her most famous books, Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, and Orlando, came out between 1925 and 1928. Woolf was also a good essayist. Her 1929 article A Room of One's Own, which became an important feminist work, is well known. Some people think Woolf may have had bipolar disorder because she had mental health issues like extreme sadness, psychotic episodes, and mania. She committed suicide in 1941.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.